Hello friends, welcome to the fascinating world of global psychology. In this video, we are cracking upon science behind human behavior. We will explore how psychology employs powerful tools to uncover the truth about our minds. Additionally, we will delve into why it is a true science and explore many more aspects. So this video will be very interesting and informative for you. Be with me till the end. If you skip or forward this video, you may miss some important points. So let's start this video. Here you can see a picture in which a student is giving an exam, a father is calming his child, a few friends are enjoying their favorite pizza, and a person is doing meditation to be calm. In another picture, you can see a co-worker puzzling over a colleague's mood and a parent observing a child's tantrum. We are all curious about why people act the way they do. Why do we stress, love, or make snap decisions? Psychology unlocked the secrets of human behaviors for centuries. More poets and philosophers have offered ideas about human behavior, but psychology takes it further using the scientific method to uncover reliable, universal truths about the mind. Here a question arises, is it really a science like biology or physics? Today we will explore how psychology uses rigorous scientific methods to study the mind, observation to prediction. Get ready to see why psychology is a true science and how it impacts our life. Let's dive into the scientific elements that make psychology is a science. What is a behavior you have tried to understand lately? Share in the comment box. Psychology is a science because it uses the scientific method. It is a systematic approach to investigate human behavior with precision and objectivity. Here you can see a picture in which a psychologist conducted his research on adolescents and observed them in a controlled situation. It is a part of scientific method. To better understand it, we will discuss its key methods, which are observation, in which psychologists start by carefully watching observation of behavior in natural settings. For example, they might observe how children share their toys in a playground to understand their cooperation. Next, experiment method, in which to test cause and effect theory, psychologists design controlled experiments. Imagine testing whether music improves focus. So for it could be divided into two groups, in which one group studies with music and another without music, and compare the both of groups performances. And the next, statistical analysis, data from the experiments is analyzed using math to spot patterns. For example, psychologists might use statistics to confirm if music significantly boosts focus across many participants. Next, psychometric methods. These are specialized tools like surveys or IQ tests. It designed to measure mental traits accurately. A psychometric test might assess how stress affects memory recall. For instance, a psychologist observing teens using smartphones hypothesize that screen time increases stress. They run an experiment and surveying stress levels of the individuals and analyze data with the graphs. These methods are guided by four scientific pillars. These are: first one, verifiability, in which findings must be testable and repeatable by other researchers. If one study links screen time to stress, then other must confirm it. Next, objectivity. Psychologists strive to keep biases out to ensuring results reflect reality, not personal beliefs. Next, power of prediction. Theories predict future behaviors. For example, if stress harms memory, we can predict who might struggle on test. And last, universality. Scientific findings aim to apply broadly, like discovering memory principles that hold across cultures. For example, psychologists studying mindfulness found it reduces anxiety across diverse groups, verified through repeated experiments and statistical analysis. These pillars ensure psychologists' findings are robust and reliable. Which scientific method sounds most interesting to you? Why? Comment in the comment box. And if you want to know about the initial introduction to psychology, you can watch my previous videos. Their links are given in description box. Here a question arises that why do we have to follow these, or why do we not just trust our common sense? So the answer is, it gives answer quickly, but it may be the wrong answers. Take these sayings, birds of the feather flock together and opposite attracts. They can't both always be true. Our brain trips us up with some kinds of biases to make decisions falsely. These are confirmation bias. We focus on evidence that support our beliefs. If you think video games cause aggression, you might notice aggressive gamers. And next, availability heuristic. We overestimate things that come to mind easily. After hearing about a car accident, you might think driving is riskier than flying, despite statistics showing otherwise. Next, mood affects our emotions, skew our thinking, like feeling upbeat. You might overestimate your chances of success, and if you're feeling low, everything seems bleak. The scientific method counters these biases with objective data, verifiability, experiments, and statistical rigor, ensuring that psychology's conclusions are trustworthy. Psychology's scientific approach delivers powerful evidence-based solutions on mental health, education, and workplace. On mental health, psychometric tests and experiments show cognitive behavior therapies reduces depressions by reshaping thought patterns. It is verified by cross study. Education statistical analysis reveals that spaced repetition studying in short bursts improves retention, which helping to the teachers to design better curricula. Next, workplace experiments predicts that flexible schedules boost productivity, which is backed by data from multiple companies. And next, technology. Psychometric methods measures attention spans, helping design apps that keep user engaged without overwhelming them. For example, research on flow, that in the zone feeling, uses brain scans and statistical analysis to show uninterrupted focuses boost performances. Companies use this to create distraction-free workspaces, a universal principle verified globally. So we can see that psychology is a science because it uses observation, experiments, statistics, and psychometric methods to study behavior with verifiability, objectivity, prediction, and universality. These tools give us reliable insights to improve mental health, education, work, and more. So next time you wonder why someone acts a certain way, think like a psychologist, observe, test, and discover the science behind the mind. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more on how psychology science unlock human behavior. Share this with someone who loves to know more about psychology. So guys, this is all in this video. We will meet in the next video with a new topic. Till then, keep watching and keep learning with me. Bye bye. Take care and stay tuned.